Hello, everybody. That was a little different today, I know. This video is vastly different than what I've ever done, to be honest. I'm even on my phone. Look at that. Ooh. Kidding. I have a whole script written out, so I want to preface this by saying this is an opinion video. This is my opinion. If you agree or disagree, that's up to you. I care less. This is my opinion. And I'm not going to argue or debate anyone. So the whole point of this is honestly for me to get my thoughts out there, because this topic really gets on my nerves. It really grinds my gears. So let's just get into it. When it comes down to it, I don't genuinely hate AI as a whole, the idea itself. But I know that's probably a lukewarm take at best, but I don't overall despise the idea. That's the point. What I do despise is more of the overall uses for AI, and that people, and it's mainly the, oh, I keep stumbling on my words. You guys get it. You guys know me. I'm stupid. The whole point is the people that think of it as an end-all be-all, I don't like that. I don't like that either. Those people, I don't understand. I understand AI is useful, but when it comes down to it, thinking of it as an end-all be-all, come on. Really? It's not perfect. Now, before I start rambling, as I said, now AI is not perfect at all, nor do I think it will ever be perfect. It is generally a learning machine, but with that comes issues such as misinterpreted information, skewed ideas, or overall just wrong and biased answers to questions it is asked or assigned to answer. It picks answers based on relative information surrounding the topic, but if there is bias or overall misinformed information around said topic, it is more likely to lean towards those biases, towards those misinformed ideas, towards those misinformed thoughts and written articles. Let's be honest, it's everywhere. Everywhere there's different views, different information, a whole bunch of different stuff. Bunch of different biases, opinions. Right now, I'm giving you my opinion, and that could be misinformed. I could be misinformed. I don't know. But based off of what I know, it picks answers based on, ooh, I already said that. Whoops, my bad. So like I said, it leans more towards those misinformed or overall biases versus what could be the better informed and more likely correct answer. Now, I see AI, like I said a little bit earlier. It's only been a couple minutes. But you know what it is. Sorry, I'm nervous, y'all. I see AI as a tool to help find information more than a definitive answer. I see AI as more of a tool to help find information and more than a definitive answer. It is not some all-knowing, omniscient thing. All right, so get that out of your heads. Let's be real. All right, it's not an omniscient thing. It doesn't know everything. It pulls from sources like we pull from sources when we do research. Right? A scientist wants to do a certain thing. They're not going to ask AI for the question when they already just need to go pull from resources to get what they need to, cross-examine, what have you, different studies. But as I was saying, because I keep getting off track, it is a tool, an assistant of sorts, that can be used to help push you in the right direction, but with that, you still need to cross-reference more reliable sources and really dig deep to ensure what you are being shown is what is proper information. Not skewed ideas pushed to you because the AI took information from an unreliable or misinforming source. And people believe that AI is always giving correct answers, right? And are just believing it because they are, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, genuinely in the nicest way possible, they're lazy. They don't want to go and look into the facts. They don't want to cross-reference articles. They just want a quick answer that they are going to believe is correct. And on top of believing it's correct, they're going to just say it's correct, and they're not going to listen to you at all when it comes down to it. I've seen it a lot. Like, they use it for discussing or trying to debate people over many topics. I mean, how many times do you see everyone on Twitter/X, I know, I still call it Twitter, I don't care, asking Grok about a topic and just taking what Grok says as 100% true and accurate. The AI is meant to basically agree. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to give you what you want to hear. So if I went on to X and I said, at Grok, tell me this guy's lying, it's going to do so. It's going to be like, well, he does have a few points, but, to agree with what you're saying, because that's what I meant to do. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right, man. Yeah, don't worry about it, man. You're right. That's overall the idea. It's not that's what it's meant to do. It's meant to agree with you, and no matter what it is asked, it will always take your side when asked a question, giving skewed and incorrect information, just to stay on your side and keep you happy, which has become a massive problem in itself. How many stories have you heard where people are getting married or dating their AIs? I don't know about you. I've heard a lot. On top of that, people are going to their AIs for simple relationship questions. Simple, like, I don't know how else to say it, like, even for arguments. I don't know if anyone else has seen it. There is a Reddit story that literally is this woman going to ChatGPT and asking it, after an argument with her boyfriend, asking it why she's right and how he's wrong. And like, I'm sure everyone's probably seen this story. There's stories everywhere, every day about it. Some people are going crazy because the AI is telling them what they want to hear or is influencing them in a wrong way to make them feel crazy. Now, anyway, before I get more distracted, it's just telling you what you want to hear, unlike if you were talking to a real person who can give different views or different ideas, different views or different reasons for... Let me rephrase, because I realize I'm stumbling on my words because I wrote a lot. If you don't believe me, I have it all right here. I wrote a lot, all right? And it's kind of hard to stick to a script for me, but it's just telling you what you want to hear, unlike if you were talking to a real person who can give different views or different reasons for one thing or another. And this massive push for AI, it's ridiculous. Let's be honest. Every company is pushing for AI. Google, Apple, YouTube, everywhere is pushing for AI, and it's affecting everything. Hell, students are doing schoolwork and so on to with ChatGPT, with anything. They're asking it to write essays. They're asking for this, asking for that, from students, people who should be learning how to make these things, so they don't have to just run to an AI and have the AI do it for them. It's lazy. I mean, hell, I could write an essay in less than 30 minutes without needing AI. It's really not that hard to just write an essay. I understand for some people it's a lot harder, and I completely understand that. All right, I'm not going to knock you because it's harder for you to write an essay. It's hard for me sometimes. It's hard for me to even write a script. And I somehow got this out in a couple days because I had to get my thoughts together. I had to really try and push myself to make this. And I understand it's hard. All right, don't get me wrong. It's not easy. Again, I understand it's not easy, but it's also not hard. Let's be real with ourselves. All right, writing an essay, doing your schoolwork, it's not hard. It's not meant to be. I understand, like, if you're in a harder class, a harder curriculum, it's not easy, but I mean, granted, shouldn't be the point that it's not easy, but that's still, I mean, you're there to learn, not there to have an AI do all the work for you, right? Because then what's the point of schools if you're not doing your work? You're not, actually putting in an effort. There's no point to it. If you're just going to use an AI to write your essays, to do your schoolwork, do your math equations, like I struggled in math in school, and you know what I never did? I never went to AI. If I struggled with an essay, I never went to AI. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It's not necessary. And the fact that kids are using it in schools, and the fact that schools are actually trying to combat the use of AI is kind of a good thing for it's a good thing that the schools are using what they can to combat AI uses by students. It's ridiculous that students even need to rely on it in the first place. Like, you should be there to study, there to learn, there to, help you out in life. I'm rambling on again, I know. Damn, somehow I rambled on so long that I lost my place on the script. There we go. The list of how it's used is extensive. My, and a lot. The justification by so many people, though, that's dumbfounding. You have to justify the use of AI? What? Why are you justifying when AI is telling you, justifying why AI is so great? Sure, it's good. It's a useful tool, but the people that are justifying it are justifying the full end all be all uses where no human input was made. Oh, well, I wrote a prompt. Okay. And I broke my leg. See, that's the fun part. I didn't break my leg. Never have. But they also probably wrote a prompt that they thought of like in a minute and said, I'm going to have ChatGPT, I'm going to have AI do this for me. You're stupid. Fuck you. Anyway. Anyway. Sorry. Anyway. Another thing to mention is how much water that the data centers use and are using. They're using water, they're using electricity, and it's driving up prices for people that live near data centers. I mean, water bills, electricity bills, all sorts of things. It's running it up. So running up how much you got to pay, draining the water and the electricity. Are we fucking serious? Genuinely, are we serious? And we don't see this as a problem? Do you know how much water AI data centers have used in the past year? I bet you don't. I can tell you right now, it's just as much as the bottled water industry. The fucking bottled water industry. And this isn't a problem, according to some people. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. In fact, I couldn't get the proper number, so I just know that it's roughly that much. And also, crazy thing, you would think that AI data center wouldn't produce carbon emissions, right? Yeah, apparently they fucking do. So electricity, water, carbon emissions, and guess what? The big ol' fuck you is the fact that it's going to drive up your cost of living. Kind of crazy, right? And on top of that, there are parts of the U.S., example, where I live, that are suffering from droughts, right? Oh, but the AI is more important, right? Right? That's what everyone else says, right? AI is more important than the water that we're using, the fucking electricity that's being used. The water that places like where I live need because other states are taking that water, other states are using that water, and we're lucky enough to have water for ourselves and for our plants. Just saying. Just saying. And I can't even, like, I don't think you guys understand how irrationally angry I get about this, but let's be real. Let's use, let's go on with the water again, the electricity, because we have a power problem, we have a water problem, and oh, but the AI is more important. Like, let's be dead fucking ass here, chat. Let's be fucking real. Limited resources that we're using for AI. Limited resources that we need. That was a voice crack there, my bad. That we need, right? Yeah, no, we're gonna use it for AI. Go fuck yourself, buddy. What? Like, and then even better, it isn't a perfect AI. AI is not perfect. None of them are. And yet we're using all these resources to make something that isn't perfect, that's going to misinform and give you the skewed biases. Like, we can't be fucking serious. That's just, fuck, man. I don't know what else to say. I fucking need to calm down even just now. I've barely gotten into this. Look, I'm barely even through the fucking first section, and I'm getting pissed. And I'm getting pissed from even just what I wrote. Like, the whole point, AI is making massive impacts on not just society, but the environment itself. So let's be real. Let's keep it $1.50 here. Is it even worth it? Right? I understand people want to use it. It's a great tool, but I'm going to use it for my end all be all. I'm going to use it for art, for videos. Slop, and slop. Your end all be all video that is AI generated that looks like shit, is shit, not even funny, and go fuck yourself? How about your AI art that looks shit, is shit, and go fuck yourself? Like, it's just, I don't understand some people's mentality when it comes to this. I'm going to be honest. Again, I want to reestablish, though, I don't hate the idea of AI, all right? I don't like the uses and the ideals of it and the overall takeover that it has had across media. It's everywhere. Instagram has AI. Twitter has AI. Fucking, I'm sure TikTok probably has one too. And then on top of that, YouTube has AI now. Hell, my phone has an AI built in. Google Gemini is right here. And it's just, it's taking over everywhere. All right? So whilst I don't hate the idea of it, I hate the uses. I hate how much it's impacting our environment. It's impacting our fucking living expenses. It's impacting everything. It's everywhere. But it's not a problem, right? Not a problem? Yeah, because I believe that for a second. I need to calm down, y'all. I need to take a moment. But I'm just going to cover a few of the uses that honestly just really get on my fucking nerves. So, let's just get into that to start, I guess. Fuck. Sorry, y'all, to explain, it is hot in here. So I had to do a quick wardrobe change and do basically just taking off the vest. I am burning up in here. So I'm going to try and make this quick. By quick, I mean it's not going to go quick because I know I'm just going to ramble. Anyway, moving on to our next section. AI videos. You've seen them. I've seen them. At this point, everyone has seen them unless you are living under a rock like you're Patrick fucking Star, which I don't believe is very many people. That's a small minority of people, I'm sure. Anyway, the point is there are so many videos made with AI that it's getting ridiculous. Now, I understand if you don't know how to edit or find a way to make the video you want to make, but there's a simple solution, and you're never going to guess what it is. Okay, write your guesses down in the comments because I bet you're not going to guess what it is. You know what it is? Learning how the fuck to edit a video. It's not that hard, and I can personally attest to it is not that fucking hard. All right? Now, I understand, some things are a little difficult to get your hands on, like editing software, animating software. I understand it's difficult, really is difficult to get your hands on some of it because some of it's kind of expensive. Adobe's expensive. I think Blender is expensive. I actually don't know how much Blender costs. The point is, there are multitudes of softwares that you can use and learn. There are YouTube videos on how to do certain effects. Most of the effects that I know, I've learned from, I've learned from other channels, other people that have made videos on these effects. All right. Point is, because it genuinely gets on my fucking nerves. There are free options to learn how to do it. There genuinely is. There's some editing softwares that are free. There's CapCut. There's, iMovie. iMovie's not the best. Cut out. Forget iMovie. Point is, there are tons of software that are free or that are cheaper that you can use to make these videos, to edit these videos. Like, it genuinely gets on my fucking nerves, and I cannot put into words, because I get so fucking frustrated when it comes to AI videos, that, like, just how much it pisses me off. You don't need to rely on AI. There are plenty of options. There's plenty of things you can do. Oh, but I don't know how to do this. Okay, look it up, man. And here's the other thing, a really great quote. I don't remember who said it. If you can't find a way to make what you want to make happen, then clearly you weren't determined enough to do it. If you have the motivation, you have the determination, you really want to make it happen, you'll find a way to make it happen. Your first video doesn't need to be perfect. My first videos weren't, that's for sure. And because I keep rambling on, and I know I'm going to keep rambling on because it really just gets under my skin. It really gets on my nerves. Let me clarify. And by clarify, I mean, let me just tell you, I don't use AI in any of my videos. Never have, never will. You know why? Because I have a passion to do it. If you have a passion for it, you have a determination and a motivation to do it, you're going to find a way to do it. Right? I found a way to do it. I'm here right now, standing in front of this camera in this hot-ass fucking room, making this video about why you don't need to use AI. Because you really don't. You really don't need to use AI. Sorry, it's genuinely getting so hot. I have too much hair for this. So, as I said, I don't use AI. I take the time. I put in the effort, right? I put in the effort. I take the time, and I take the time to learn new editing techniques. You can always learn. I always learn. I'm always learning how to do different things, how to use different effects that are available to me, and how to create different effects. All right? There's no need to use AI. I don't use AI. Some of the other people that I know don't use AI. Tons of channels don't use AI because they don't need to, because there's ways to learn it. You don't have to be perfect on your first go. All right? And I think not being perfect on your first go versus putting out slop for your first go because, oh, the AI does it so much better, so much quicker. Okay, where's the point? I'm rambling on. I haven't even gotten through half of this shit. Let me get back on track. So, as I said, I put in the work. I put in the effort to make my videos and to learn new techniques, right? And you know what happens? You know how many hours... Okay, let's clarify. You know how many hours it takes me to edit a video? Sometimes 5, sometimes 10, depending on how big and how ambitious I am about the video. And you know what happens? AI videos still get more views than me. On top of that, they get more views with no effort put into them. Oh, but I put effort into thinking of the prompts. Shut the fuck up. Anyone who says they put effort into making the prompt and thinking up the prompt, there's a lot of words I want to say that I can't. And let me just sum it up by saying, go fuck yourself, buddy. All right? Fuck you. Fuck your Oh, but I put effort into my prompt. No, you didn't. No, the fuck you didn't. Shut the fuck up, man. Like, people that keep saying, oh, well, I put effort into making my prompts. I spent long hours trying to create a prompt. It's not that hard. It is not that fucking hard. So shut the fuck up, because you're not putting any effort in. You're thinking of a prompt? Oh, that must take a lot of work. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't. All right. And you're typing up a sentence and making a computer generate a video for you. Wow, good job, buddy. You put so much effort into thinking of a sentence to put into an AI generator to make a video for you. A fucking computer is making a video for you, and that takes so much effort. Yeah, sure, man. Sure, it does. It's just, and here's the other thing, right? Oh, well, my AI video looks great. No, it doesn't. It looks like dog shit, man. Like, I hate to tell you that your prompt took you only like a minute or two probably to think of, and then on top of that, you put it in a AI generator to make a dog shit video. I hate to tell you, half of the AI videos are absolute dog shit. They are the worst things I've ever seen. And you know what's worse? People are using AI as an easy way out instead of just putting in effort to make videos. AI videos are effortless. And on top of that, they're everywhere. I can't scroll on Instagram or YouTube for more than like a minute without seeing one, if not more, AI videos. And you know what's worse? These platforms are pushing these videos. Do you know that? I'm sure you did. But they're pushing these videos. Like, they are encouraging the making of AI videos. And I'm sure you're gonna be like, well, how do you know that? Oh, no. Like, you want proof? You want proof? You want something that kind of almost makes me sad? The YouTube CE fucking O, you know, the guy who's supposed to be in charge of YouTube, the guy who's the head, the guy who's kind of like the face of YouTube currently. Like, well, for YouTube as a company, not necessarily the face of YouTube as a platform. But Neil Mohan quite literally said, and I will read this word for word, AI will help unlock a new wave of creators and creatives on the platform. Let me say that one more time. Let me let that sink in for you. AI will help unlock a new wave of creators and creatives on the platform. Ah, yes, a new wave of effortless videos and accounts that have no soul and no passion behind them, right? Yeah. Hell, they are even implicating AI into their regulations. They're regulating software. They're, regulating staff. You know what half of that is now? It's fucking AI. Why do you think so many YouTube channels are being wrongfully banned for replicating a video or doing a re-uploaded video when it's their video to begin with? I mean, there have been so many YouTube ban waves recently, and you know why? Because an AI wrongfully flagged and wrongfully marked a creator for something that they made. That wasn't AI, that wasn't, a re-upload from someone else's channel, that wasn't this, it wasn't that supposedly violated the terms and service or violated the regulations according to the AI, which a lot of them didn't. You know what's worse about these creators getting banned? A lot of these creators rely on YouTube as a source of income. YouTube is the way that they are able to still live and keep a roof over their heads. It's just their livelihood is being threatened because of an AI. Because of a can do no wrong AI. that is flagging and observing channels and just outright banning them. Not even flagging it to go up to a real person. It's just flagging them or outright banning them. And that affects their livelihood. That affects their income. That affects their way to live. You know? I don't know how else to describe it aside from just outright stupid. That we're using AI to regulate channels and observe channels and then flag them for violating the regulations or violating the terms of service when they don't. Like, and what's really making this worse, what's making it worse, what really, to drive this point home, again, the person pushing for this, pushing for the banning and for the AI, is the CEO, the head man of YouTube, the guy who is the chief executive officer for YouTube, the man who is responsible for the company as a whole, is the one that's pushing this, that's resulting in creators getting banned wrongfully or just outright, getting flagged for no reason, losing their source of income, losing their ability to still have income so they can still, have their livelihood and not have it at stake because of an AI. An AI that is so good that it's banning the wrong people. There are videos and channels that should be banned, yes. All right. But if they're the ones not getting banned just for someone who actually is doing things right and is actually adhering to the terms and service, just for them to get banned instead of someone who should have gotten banned, are we sure this AI is a great idea? Clearly it isn't. If this AI can't even ban the right people, how can we trust it to ban the wrong people or report the right people? Sorry, I realize I said that wrong. If the AI is banning the wrong people, how do we know it's gonna ban the right people to ban? I mixed up my words there. I'm sorry. You get the idea. I'm sure you all understand what I'm trying to say now. But there's another point I want to touch on real quick, and it's the amount of AI ads and commercials. I'm sure some of you probably don't watch TV anymore. I really don't either, but you can see it on YouTube as well. It's everywhere. You scroll through shorts on YouTube. Oh, AI ad. Oh, what's this? Another AI ad. Oh, what's this? Another AI ad. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. There are ads and commercials for everything, and companies don't want to pay to make commercials with actual people that are made by real people, right? Medicine ads, fast food ads. I mean, McDonald's literally put out a honest slop fest and kind of just making fun of the whole idea of Christmas ad, maybe about a week or two, or not a week or two, like a month or two ago. And they thought it was such a great idea. And it saved costs? Like, McDonald's is literally one of the biggest fast food companies and industries in the world. They are literally worldwide, and you're telling me that they don't care? I mean, I'm sure the CEO doesn't care. CEO gets more money if they don't have to pay other people. They don't have to pay to make a commercial, right? Right. Yeah. So it's just ridiculous because instead of quality and showing any semblance of care for their products, they resort to cheap slop. Things that look absolutely terrible. And like I said, let's be honest, the CEOs of those companies don't give a flying fuck, right? So what does it matter? At least what does it matter to them? They don't give a flying fuck if the commercial is made with AI, as long as they don't have to pay people. It could look like the worst thing in the world. They won't give a shit because they don't have to pay other people. And unfortunately, that is the world we fucking live in. Now, there was another part that I wanted to touch up on And honestly, I don't want to go too in depth. Um, but there is a massive name that needs to be mentioned when it comes to AI videos. Can you guess? Can you guess who it is? I'm sure some of you probably can. Put in the comment if you can guess it, and if you're right, well, sorry, I'm broke, so I don't know what to give you, but you get a thumbs up. If you got it right, you get a thumbs up. So let's get into it. You know him. You probably don't like him, like I do. Friend of the channel. Just kidding. I don't like this guy at all. It's Kwebbelkop. I'm sure everyone knows where this is about to go, so maybe I should save my breath, but turns out, yes, I should save my breath. I'd like to point out when I wrote this, I honestly wasn't really paying attention because supposedly Kwebbelkop AI got banned, and on top of that is a completely separate channel from Kwebbelkop now, but the point still stands. He did this for however long, like years, and honestly, he probably is still doing it. We just don't realize. But you know, I'm gonna cut a lot of this. There's a lot more to this, but it's gonna be cut because with the new information that I have found in the midst of editing this, it's not worth the time to bring that up. One thing before we move on that I do want to say, when you resort to AI, the video loses its soul. It loses its life. There's no energy behind it. There's no passion. There's nothing behind it. The best way to put it would be that they have no soul, right? Like I said, they have no soul. They're husks of what they could be, and that's kind of how I feel towards Kwebbelkop's videos, right? I never really watched him, but you know, if you have to resort to AI, you're taking the life from the video. The video could be way better. It could feel alive. Like this one probably does because I'm moving around a lot because I'm really fucking hot. Like I'm burning up. But I have some other points I want to touch on. So to sum this all up, when you resort to AI, like I said, to make videos, the video loses any source of life and passion, and it's generally just lazy and effortless slop. So is it really worth it to have a video that has no life and no passion behind it? Truly, is it worth it? Oh, but I get money. Okay. There's other ways to make money than resorting to an AI that's just going to plop out slop. Resorting to AI that's going to have no soul and no energy like a normal person would. I mean, you guys see in my videos, I try my hardest, right? I'm sure it probably doesn't look like it, but I really try to hit deadlines for myself. I really try to put effort into editing the videos. I try to make it funny. I try to make it fun and feel really energetic. Granted, it's because I can't sit still, but that's a whole different issue that I'm not going to blame. And I'm not really going to go into that issue either. But the point is, I try to put energy and I try to put life and passion into these videos. You're telling me an effortless, lifeless, passionate, no energy video is going to get more views because it's AI? Because someone typed a prompt into a generative AI in order to just plop out a video because they want to make videos? Okay, if you want to make videos, but just don't use AI, man. That's not worth it. Now, I have other points I want to touch up on. So to sum it all up, when you resort to AI to make videos, the videos lose any source of life and passion to them. It's generally just lazy and effortless slop. I mean, honestly, I put a lot of work into my videos, and I put as much energy as I can into my videos. And granted, it's also because I can't really stop moving around. That's a whole different issue that I'm not going to blame, because I don't feel like blaming any issues that I have on being all over the place, because I can't stop moving. I can't even stop moving here. I mean, literally, I'm like constantly like moving. Point is, you have to resort to AI. It loses energy, it loses passion, it loses any source of life, any source of soul to the video. And honestly, it's not funny or entertaining most of the time when you use AI. It's just lazy. Straight up. All right. Now, I'm no artist. I'm sure we can all agree. In fact, I will show you a quick art piece that I've done. Yeah, it's just a stick figure. It's not really that good. So I can't really say much on AI art, though I think AI art is atrocious. It's an atrocity. Let's be real. Let's be honest. As I said about AI videos, there's no energy, no soul to it. Overall, like I said before, it's kind of just lazy and effortless to have a computer make a piece of art for you. It takes away the passion, the amount of effort and time it takes. That is, sorry, let me restart that. It takes away the passion and the amount of effort and time that is present in art that an artist has poured hours into completing a piece, has poured hours and energy. Sorry guys, I'm stumbling in my words. You already know this. I do this all the time, right? Overall, like I said before, it's kind of just lazy and effortless to have a computer make a piece of art for you. It takes away the passion and the amount of effort and time that is present in art that an artist has poured hours and energy into for completing a piece of art. You know, now as I said, I'm no artist, but I have quite a few artist friends. So of course, not having the most experience, I asked them for their thoughts on AI, and especially AI when it comes to art. One of them is my great friend and a friend of the channel. She has done everything from from the original banner and logo to the current banner and the end card at the end of each of my videos. I'll display that right here. Everybody look at it. Better say nice things, motherfuckers. Better be nice, or I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna fucking find you. If you don't say anything nice, I'm gonna find you and give you a fist bump or something. Fuck you if you say anything mean. Anyway, on screen now. Now, to not lose anything that she said in terms of me being an idiot, I'm going to read off some of what she told me. I'll try my best to get her point across as best I can. I'll give it my all. In fact, we're going to cut away to where I'm probably just reading it on my computer, because it's going to take a while for me to get back to what she said, but I will get there eventually. And I'll record it and it'll be put in here. I should probably cut what I just said out, but whatever. To quote my friend directly, personally, I don't mind when AI is used for certain things, but art definitely isn't what it should be used for. If it's to make that process more efficient, then sure, by all means, but it is no way an equivalent replacement for a final product. They go on to say, appearance-wise, if you notice small things, it appears very uncanny and just fake, which is what it is. It's odd watching or viewing what is supposed to be art made by a person or video of a person or a real-life thing, knowing that what you're seeing was never within reality at any point until a prompt was given. There is no time and effort put into AI art, and it shouldn't even be considered art. It's just an
imitation that can never replace the real work of actual artists. Now, I'd like to agree with a lot of that. A lot of it is very similar to what I said. And I'm glad that kind of gives me a little bit of something, but that's not what this is about. This is about her feelings towards this. And the fact that, I mean, she even brings up it can be used as a tool to add in, and help make the process a little more efficient. When you notice those little things, it's just uncanny. And I don't know about y'all, Uncanny Valley vibes freak me out. But point still stands. She also goes on to say, although it is improving as a software, I think AI art will continue to look as strange and unnatural since it's not human. A computer will always think differently from a person and it will never have that human touch. And artists now are always finding ways to combat it and be better than what AI pumps out. So to wrap it up, overall AI art is something I am against, and I do not believe it to be art in any sense. Just an imitation, and work made by real creators will always be better since it is made through actual hard work by a person. I don't know about you guys, I completely agree. 100%. Now let's get back to the rest of this video.
Now, you notice how she said it can be used to help the process? As I've stated before, AI is a tool, not an end-all be-all when it comes to creating art or really creating in general. What really gets on my nerves, though, is the people that claim AI art is better than anything a real artist could make. Now, I know it's a small number of people, but damn, are they so fucking loud. Generally so loud. I don't know how many times I have to see probably the same people in different comment sections on art section be like, nice AI, dude. Yeah, good AI art, or my AI could do better than you. Like, are we judging art right now? Are we really judging art right now? Artists have a whole bunch of different techniques, man. And on top of that, they're way better than a computer. I could draw a stick figure like I did before, and it would be better than an AI. Anyway. Oh, I lost my place. Hold on. Here's another thing about those people that are small group of people that are so loud generally or genuinely. They feel the need to say it everywhere. Literally everywhere. I'm sure they probably will go to the fucking Louvre and look at the Mona Lisa and be like, wow, my AI could do better than that. You know how old the Mona Lisa is? I don't either. Because I just brought that up and it's not in the script. But I'm sure I'll put it on screen. It's old. It's real old. Da Vinci. No, that wasn't Da Vinci. That was, who painted the Mona Lisa? Hold on. Who painted? I was right. It was Da Vinci. It was Da Vinci. It was Leonardo da Vinci. According to Google, which I feel like probably isn't right, but we'll try. Anyway, they commented under every post. Swear I see at least one comment about it, but I digress. I genuinely cannot understand people like this. I really can't. And what's worse is the people who comment nice AI on a post that was genuinely made by a talented and skilled artist who are working hard and making things they are passionate about and love. Oh, but it's a compliment. Is it though? Is it a compliment? Can we stop saying it's a compliment? You're comparing it to slop. You're saying it's slop. Like, oh, nice AI. Okay, so you're saying that it looks like slop. It looks terrible. Got it, man. Yeah, cool. And that's the thing, is saying nice AI is putting down the artists who are working hard and making things they are passionate about and love, right? It's putting them down. It's comparing slop to talent and skill. Let's be honest, no computer or AI is able to compare to real talent and skill of a real person who is passionate about art. It pisses me off to think that my friends that love art and love to make pieces that they are passionate about and work so hard to make will ever be compared to AI. They work so hard. They make so many amazing pieces. And for them to be compared to slop pisses me the fuck off. So if any of you compare slop to real talent, I'm going to find you. Because you piss me off. Also, go fuck yourself. Because that's just like, go piss off, man. That's not even cool. Oh, it's a compliment. No, it's not. It's not a compliment. Fuck you guys. Oh. To recompose myself, my friends have passion behind their arts. They have passion about their pieces, passion behind their works, but that all gets shot down because people will compare it to effortless, lifeless slop that a computer whipped up in seconds that couldn't in a million years come close to what people could make. It genuinely disappoints me that people think this way or even try to compare real art pieces to AI. AI can be used as a tool for sure. Use it as a tool. Use it to help. If you're stuck on something, you feel like maybe like something else could be tweaked and you want to just see, what you can adjust or anything. Use it as a tool. Use it in the process. That's fine. Just don't make it an end all be all. You have to be the one putting in the work. You have to be the one putting in that passion, that energy, that effort to make it anything worthwhile, right? Put in the work, put in the passion, make it good. Make it something you love. Even if you don't love it, work to improve it, man, right? Now, I know I ramble on a lot, but it shouldn't be used to create art. It should not be used as an end-all be-all to create art. It is a tool, not an end-all be-all. I think we can all kind of agree on that. Though I do want to say, is it hard to ask or even just request that we keep AI? What the fuck just happened to me? Is it hard to ask or even just request that we keep AI, especially when it comes to art and creatives, out of the question? Use it as a tool, but again, not an end-all be-all. And that's kind of all I want to touch on. Again, first off, we shouldn't be comparing art in general. Everyone has different styles, everyone has different techniques, they have different ways of going about it. Each piece is different. Each piece has different passion, different energy, different, it's made by different people. But when you try and compare art to slop, that's a whole different story. AI, sure, it can make good things, but it still lacks that passion. And it still has those errors that show that it wasn't made by a real person. And then when we're going and we're comparing it to AI, comparing it to real artists, skilled, talented creators that love art, that love drawing, that love painting, what have you, any form of art, any medium in that range, it's just not even close. AI art can never be close to what was made by a real person. Now, I've gone on about this for a little bit, so let's just wrap this all up here. AI is a tool. Again, I don't hate the idea of AI. I hate what it's doing to the environment, doing socially. I don't hate the idea as a whole. It's a helper, it's a tool, an assistant. But we're using it for all the wrong reasons. We're using it to win arguments that are biased arguments. Let's be honest here. It's using biases, it's using wrong information just to keep you happy and agree with you. And now we're using it to make videos and make fucking art. It's not it, man. Like, I don't know what else to say. Keep it out of the creatives. Right? If you're passionate about something, you really want to do it, go out and do it. Find a way to make it happen. Don't use AI. It's not. It's not going to have any soul to it, and you're not going to feel good finally making it happen because you told a computer what you wanted to do. You're telling a computer what you want to do. You're telling the computer to make it for you. It's not going to have the same payout as if you were to do it yourself. AI has no life to it. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't emanate feelings, especially when you look at AI art. Look at AI art and tell me if you feel anything. Then look at a real artist who put hours into a piece, put energy, passion, love, just effort into a piece, and tell me if it makes you feel anything. Because I can guarantee you, when you look at AI, you're not going to feel anything. But when you look at a real piece made by a skilled and talented person, or just made by anyone, you're going to feel something. You're going to feel that life. You're going to feel that passion, that energy. Same thing goes for AI videos. Look at an AI video and then look at a real one. Now look at an AI video and look at this one. Tell me, does it have the same energy? It doesn't. The AI doesn't have the ability to make it energetic, to make it passionate, to make it really feel like someone put everything they had into it. And that's where I want to leave this video. AI, it's a tool, not an end-all be-all. And on top of that, it's affecting more than just the social media sphere. It's affecting everything. It is everywhere. It's getting ridiculous. So how about we keep it to a tool, keep it to an assistant, to a helper. Stop with this laziness. Genuinely, it's lazy. That's all I have to say. If you agree with me, cool. If you don't, I could care less. Your opinion is your opinion, my opinion is mine. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us not AI. I'm not going to force myself to agree with you because I'm going to take misinformed ideas and skewed biases just to agree with you. You don't agree, you don't agree. You can call it at that. With all that out of the way, thank you so much if you made it this far. I appreciate every single one of you. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. I don't care. Anyway, stay hydrated. Stay safe. Peace. Love y'all. Leave some love in the comments. And leave a like, leave a dislike. I don't care. Just do something, man. Just don't use AI. Peace.